Hi guys, welcome to today's trade of the day. And for today's trade of the day, I will be looking at the CAD yen. Right, the CAD yen has a very interesting sort of configuration. So on the daily, what we have here is that the CAD yen has been moving sort of in a sideways range, right? So I think it'll be nice to see whether there's any levels that we can sort of trade off, right? Either we can short at the resistance or long at the support. So what we want to do, as with every single time frame, is we want to look for the daily support and daily resistance, right? So over here, we see that price has actually tested this level sort of twice. Okay, this support level, this graphical support level, can call this the daily support. Okay, we see that price has actually tested this level once and twice, and then it reacted off, right? And what we want to do now is also to look for a daily resistance level. The price movement that we see is that price made two lows here before bouncing up and then coming back down. So we can use Fibonacci extension to take this as our first point, our second point, and then our third point to see how far price can actually go up. Right, so we'll be looking at key Fibonacci extension levels. So let this be our first point, the high the second, and then the recent low our third point. And we see that the 61.8 actually falls quite nice with this price action here, right? Price spiked here multiple times, yet failed to close above. So let's use this level here as our daily resistance. So now that we have our daily resistance and daily support, let's go down to the lower time frame, 4 hours. Right, as mentioned on the daily, I say that we see that price has been going sideways, right? And we want to try to short at the resistance or long at the support. Okay. Now, what's interesting here is that on the 4 hours, we want to look for 4-hour resistance and support. However, over here, we see that price has made sort of a high, forming a tweezer top and then rejecting and going all the way down. And now at this level, price reacted below once more. Right, so this can be very strongly our 4-hour resistance. Okay, so this can be our 4-hour resistance. Now we see that price made a strong push up. We want to see how far price can come back down. So let's try to find a support. Graphically, we can use this overlap here, right? This can be an overlap, but let's just confirm it with a Fibonacci retracement. From the swing low to the recent high, we open all Fibonacci ratios. Right, and we see that actually if we were to adjust and take the price spike, the 38.2 seems like a better support level, followed by the 61.8, which is at this low here. But because the 38.2 is closer, let's take that first. Okay, so we have our 4-hour support. So what I'm thinking is that price could actually push up to the 4-hour resistance and then come back down to the 4-hour support. This can make for very nice intraday play, and breaking the 4-hour support, price may even go all the way down to the daily support. Okay, so let's just go down to the 1 hour to check it out. But before we go down to 1 hour, I see another configuration which may tell us whether this level here is a strong resistance level. Right? What I see is price has actually made this sort of an irregular zigzag pattern. Okay, so we can use our Fibonacci extension just to confirm this pattern from the low to the spike here and back down to the low again. And let's open all Fibonacci ratios. And we see that this zone, this entire zone here, it falls quite close to the 100%, which is why we see price testing it multiple times, right? This 100% here. Okay, but since it does not line up that nicely, you can remove it and ignore it for now and just remember that this is in fact a zone. Let me change the color of this. And with that, let's go down to the 1 hour. Okay, so now we are on the 1 hour. Let me just tidy this chart up for you guys so it's more presentable and easier to see. Okay, we can ignore the daily support because it's too far for now. So we just want to focus on this area here. Now, what we have here is price is actually quite close to the 4-hour resistance. Right? And we also see that price has already made this zigzag push down. It's been forming lower highs and lower lows. So price is clearly now in a downtrend, on a short-term downtrend, right? So what we can do is actually we can take a retracement from the recent high to the low and use and open up all Fibonacci ratios just to look for a good entry level. Right, a good entry level. Now we currently see that price is actually testing the 61.8, but the 61.8 is a bit too close to current price. Either we wait for rejection of the 61.8 or we wait for price to come up to this recent high at the 88 first, right? Before shorting. Okay, so what I like to do also is that because price has made all these lower highs, we can actually connect these tops using a trend line. Right, we can connect these tops using a trend line and we can wait for price to come to the trend line and then we can execute a trade. Okay, let's try to touch as many of the candles as possible. Right, it seems like the 78, 76.4 is a nicer level. It's in line with the trend line and price action. Okay, so what I'll do is this 4-hour resistance can be my stop loss. All right, with my entry at the 76.4. Sell entry. And of course, my take profit will be at the 4-hour support. Okay, now should price actually break above this intermediate trend line and close above my stop loss, I will immediately reverse my position and play a long instead, because breaking above the stop loss would mean that my bearish idea is invalidated. For now, this is the setup that I have. Sell entry at the trend line and 76.4 Fibonacci retracement, and the stop loss at the recent swing high here, which is also our 4-hour resistance level. Okay, so that will be the trade of